Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a widow named Mrs. Trotter and her son Jack. They were very poor, and all they had left to sell was their beloved cow, Milky White. Mrs. Trotter: "Jack, my boy, we have nothing left to eat. We must sell Milky White." Jack: "But, Mother, I don't want to sell Milky White. She's our only friend." Mrs. Trotter: "I know, dear, but we have no other choice." Jack: "I'll find a way to make money, Mother. I promise." The next day, Jack took Milky White to the market to sell her. On the way, he met a strange old man with a sack full of beans. Old man: "Hello, young Jack, what have you there?" Jack: "My cow, Milky White. I have to sell her to buy food for my mother." Old man: "A fine cow indeed. But would you trade her for these magic beans?" Jack: "Magic beans? What can they do?" Old man: "They can grow into a giant beanstalk that reaches the sky. And up there in the clouds lives a giant with a treasure trove of gold and jewels." Jack: "Really?" Old man: "Yes, really, but it's a dangerous journey, Jack. Are you sure you want to take the risk?" Jack: "I don't know." Old man: "Think of your mother, Jack. She's hungry. These beans could be the answer to your prayers." Jack: "All right then, I'll trade Milky White for these magic beans." Jack took the magic beans home and planted them in the backyard. The next morning, he woke up to find a giant beanstalk growing out of the ground, reaching all the way to the clouds. Jack: "Wow, it really worked." Without a second thought, Jack climbed the beanstalk, determined to find the giant's treasure. As Jack reached the top of the beanstalk, he found himself in a magical land with a giant castle in the distance. He crept inside and found the giant eating his breakfast. Giant, gruffly: "Who's there?" Jack, trembling: "It's just me, a little boy named Jack." Giant, laughing: "A little boy? You're not big enough to be my breakfast." Jack, thinking quickly: "But I can play the harp beautifully." Giant, intrigued: "You can play the harp? Let me hear you." Jack, playing a tune on the harp. Giant, enjoying the music: "That's very good, boy. You can stay and be my harp player." Jack stayed with the giant for a while, learning to play the harp and enjoying the giant's delicious food. One day, Jack overheard the giant talking to his wife about a golden hen that laid golden eggs. Jack knew that this was his chance to escape. He stole the hen and climbed down the beanstalk as fast as he could. Giant, roaring: "Stop! Thief!" Jack, cutting down the beanstalk with his axe. The giant chased Jack down the beanstalk, but it was too late. The beanstalk collapsed and the giant fell to the ground, never to be seen again. Jack returned home with the golden hen and the giant's treasure. He and his mother were rich and happy ever after. The end.